Yes. Kim multitasking. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Facebook Live. I know my direction is different. I still have my rainbow flag. It's over there, but it's another direction. Um, this is the monthly meeting for the Rainbow Support Group, and you can find us at www.rainbowsupportgroupsc.com or www.rainbowsupportgroupsc.org. Either one will take you to our website, and on there you can find out all different information about us, who's on our board, what we do, what we've done in the past, how to contact us, or any board members that you might need to for support. We are an LGBT plus support group, global. So no matter where you are, you can reach out to the Rainbow, and we're here to support you in your LGBT-ness. If that's a word, it's a Kim word. We'll make it a Kim word. Princess Mocha is joining us. However, she's doing marketing in the back right now. And then, of course, we've got our communication director in the back, David Poteet, with his trainee, Mackenzie Hines. And we're so excited. So we're even going to have backup for this new broadcast thing we've got going on. Pretty pleased about that. So first of all, I want to preface this that if you guys have anything to talk about, please feel free to comment in the link or contact us through the website or through Messenger, through Facebook. We are here for you, and we want you to know that. I just found out, it's so funny. We do research crazy, and it's funny when things are obvious, I don't notice them. The other day, it seemed like everybody was having such a hard time with the day. It was just a tough day. People were having a tough day. So I put it out there for everybody to, it looks like we're having a hard day. Everybody concentrate, stay focused. It's okay. We got this. And then I found out it was a full moon the other day, y'all. Well, of course, then we're tripping. Y'all message me. Tell me. Okay. Good evening, Vic. How are you? I hope you are well where you are. And during this pandemic weird time, it's strange because I'm here in Florida, and Florida is behaving very pandemic-y, okay? Hi, Tessa. Not everybody's out. I mean, like, nobody's out. Nothing's open. Everything's still the way it was, and we still stay in the house 2 months later. But South Carolina seems to be doing wonderful. Everybody's going back to work. Things are open. So I know that we're all doing different stress levels of things, but everything is getting to everybody. So make sure that you do reach out to your friends, reach out to us, reach out to whoever you need. Remember, we do have our Friday lives for support, and we do a different topic every week. We're kind of really cash about it. We provide really great information, but it's really open. So if you want us to discuss something or you want us to talk about something, please let us know. The Rainbow is here for you guys. I really hope Mocha doesn't just leave me hanging here. That would just be wrong. Are you there? You are there. I was just to the point of saying, I'm going to end up here all by myself, and I don't want to be. Too funny. Okay, so I don't know if you heard us. Did you hear what I talked about so far? Did you?
No, I came in right when you said, I hope Mocha doesn't leave me hanging.
I know, right? I'm like, oh my God, now what? Because I was running out of our preliminary stuff. Remember the intro and then you and then. So I was running out of stuff that I was supposed to talk about. So I was like, what do we do now? So I introduced who we are and how they can get a hold of us. I'm Kim Williams, and that's Princess Mocha. And we co-founded the Rainbow Support Group. I used to say last year, I would say, and we run the Rainbow Support Group. But I want you to know today I can't say that. And today, more than any other day to the Rainbow, it was a very beautiful day today. That my team, we have a team that runs the Rainbow now. Kim and Mocha don't run this alone. We have a bunch of fabulous people, and I just want to do a shout out there to the team. We love you guys, and I know you don't know it because you've been working so hard, but I want you to know, working for the Rainbow is hard, y'all. I want you to know it's harder than you think it is. And this we would not be where we are right now without the team that we have. And I just hats off to them. And because of my team, y'all are literally never alone. Okay, 24/7, we're available for you. Last night we dealt with a crisis that took all night, and there were many board members involved. It was an absolute beautiful event. To where the board put their personal lives and their feelings and their safety to the side and took care of a community member with great love and devotion. And I am humbled to be working with such wonderful people. So please, everybody, know that the rainbow loves you, all of us that run the rainbow, not just Kim and Mocha, the entire team. So there's my little speech for today.
Mhm. And yes, as you see with the banner, there is a content and trigger warning on tonight's video. We might be touching on some sensitive topics. So if you are joining now for the first time, just keep that in mind. And then we're also going to remind people, because I know people will be joining throughout the whole video. But how are you doing during this quarantine that seems to be like lifting? Or I don't know, how is Florida with quarantine? Like up
Well,
here,
like I
it sounds
said,
like it's never
okay,
even
but I
been.
have a story now, okay, and I'm gonna admit, okay, because of all this pandemic shit, I've become very paranoid in my life, okay, very PTSD. Like I deal with PTSD with other people, but now when I look at my behavior, I'm like, Kim, okay, so I'm behaving that way. So I've been in the house an extreme amount of time, and I know a lot of you have not been at home as long as I have. I've been at home 2 months. That's 60 days. That's a lot of days to be in the house. I had a view from talking to all of you, because I talk to you guys on my computer all day, every day, that everything's okay, because where you're living, everything's okay. Like I saw you, Mocha, when we had our meeting earlier, you had a cup that was a to-go cup. So you had gone out to get coffee somewhere.
Oh, no, no, no. This is a plastic cup.
Okay, I thought, okay, so Mocha went out.
Right.
Okay, but people are going out and people are returning to work. Um,
If my
we
mom's
this
watching, she actually got me this cup, so I had to use it.
so your mom went out. Okay. So anyway, so this Friday in the middle of the night, we decide spontaneous, and I love that, being a Sagittarius totally worked for me. We had 30 minutes to pack shit and get in the car. We're going to the beach. Okay, cool. Haven't been out of the house. Let's go. Then I started getting paranoid, going, but I haven't been outside. Is it okay out there? Can I go outside? And I'm like, okay, we'll just go to the beach. So then it's just me, Amy, and Brandon in the car, which is cool because this is who I've been with the whole time. So no big deal, right? We didn't have to stop for gas. So, okay, cool. So we get to the beach and we find out that the hotel has given us $100 deduction on the price of the room. And we have extended stay until 1. And I'm like, wow, that's weird. They're like, they don't have anybody here. And so, of course, remember, I haven't been outside, and I don't go to Daytona. It's not my kind of beach. So I've never been there before. So I don't know what it typically looks like. So I'm looking out the window and I see like 20 people on the beach. And I said, at this part of the beach in Daytona, does it usually have people on it? And they're like, oh, yeah. And they said the strip's right there. And I said, okay, you do a Saturday afternoon. There's nobody on Daytona Beach. Okay, how is Florida behaving? Like there's a pandemic. Okay, there was no one in the hotel. We didn't see a single person in the hallway. Now, we left the next day, got in the car, and came home. I mean, we didn't go on vacation, and we didn't go shopping, and we didn't go out to eat, and we didn't, none of that. Okay, because it's a pandemic. But I thought that by watching you guys in South Carolina, that the world had become okay. So, how is Florida? Apparently, we're still in a pandemic. How is South Carolina? Apparently, y'all not. But you're still in the house, right?
Yeah.
And you haven't left the house? Or, I
And
mean,
I'm
other than
crazy.
food and, right,
Like
right.
when I told you, like, I didn't think that, I know it sounds weird, and a lot of people think it's like the alcohol, but it's really not. Like being in the club, I used to go every week, no matter what happened, whether it was good or bad, knowing that I could release whatever tension I did pick up throughout the week at the club on Friday or Saturday, whether I was performing or not. Hey, Laura. Um,
Right.
Now that I couldn't have that option, I didn't have another outlet to express the emotions. Luckily, I found this virtual platform, Meet Me, where I can still perform. I've been doing that drag competition, and this is the last week of that drag competition, and it's just me and someone else. We've made it to the finale, so hopefully I win. But if I didn't have that, I would even be even more crazy, because like as an artist, it's not just about painting my face to look like a woman, but the performance that I give was also to release the emotions that I had picked up, whether it was happiness, whether it was anger, whether it was sadness, because you are able and you need to be able to express each emotion equally, or you're going to keep it bottled up, and it'll be like a soda can that you keep shaking, and then it'll just it'll explode whenever you don't intend for it to. So
and not
if
only
you
that,
are
it
feeling
puts
happy,
extra
if
pressure.
you are feeling sad, if you are feeling angry, express those emotions in a positive manner, like a proactive way.
And I think the big thing too, Mocha, is realizing it. Like everybody kind of thinks we're okay, whatever, or they're comparing themselves to the people they're seeing on Facebook and whatnot. And I think everybody really needs to realize that however you're feeling in this situation is totally acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to feel wigging out. The other day, I like Mocha said. So what did she do? She couldn't handle the boredom and the isolation, so she found an outlet for it, which gave her happiness and communication with other people. I've done the same thing. I focus on my work. Like the Rainbow's done an amazing amount of work because I've been busy every day and I keep myself busy. I think everybody needs to really stay focused on that, even if you're getting out more. Make sure your mental health is first in your mind. It really needs to be. Are you grumpy today? Let people know, man, I'm kind of grumpy today. I got to do it with my board all the time. I do not want them to think I'm snapping their head off, but I'll type something and then I'll read it and I'll be like, damn, Kim, you sound like such a bitch. So then I have to go back and say, I didn't mean it to sound like that. I'm just having a day. Okay. And my board is getting really good at it. They'll say, okay, guys, today I'm not having a good day. I'm just going to take the day off. Okay. And they're allowed to do that. And so we don't contact them all day. One of our board members said, man, my job is kicking my butt. I'm not going to be able to really do anything until August. And we're like, hey, that's cool. We got you. We understand. Okay. In this pandemic, what have we learned? The words that Mocha is going to do again with Moments with Mocha this time. What was the word you said? Something, tolerance. You have to know that in order to deal with situations like a COVID-19 thing, who would have thought, we have to be willing to adjust and allow for our mistake. Like today on live, here you guys go. You don't want to talk pandemic? How about, yes, I took a shower. No, I have no makeup on. Yes, I put a shirt on, a nice clean shirt, but I have my pajama pants on. Just letting you know here in the pandemic with our live presentations, okay? The world is all different. Everybody make sure you're taking care of yourself. If you need an extra nap, take one. We do want to talk about something in a little bit. And again, I want to say trigger warning for those who might have had an experience with rape of a friend or themselves. We will be talking about this in just a little bit. Unfortunately, however, education is key, and the Rainbow has decided that whatever the topic, we will brave the topic. We will brave the topic. Okay, so today we are just going to talk about it. But I did see somebody said I got depressed today. Hey, we're all getting a little depressed today. Okay, don't feel alone. What I say to you is love you more today then. Take a bath, read a book, watch your favorite movie, spoil yourself, rent you a Netflix movie or whatever. Okay, do something for you. Okay, depression comes and depression goes. Remember, there's been lots of rain and, of course, the pandemic and being in the house and not being able to do what we want to do. We have to validate that this is a real stressor. This is tearing us apart now, just to let you know. So just know, good, you got a bath. And I know how big that is. Ask my board. There was some reason I couldn't get in the shower. And it was like such a big deal. And I felt like I was in a psych ward of why can't I get in the tub? I like taking a shower, but I just couldn't do it. And it would be 3 days later and I'd finally get in there. And I'm like, Kim, it's no big deal. See? And I'm like, okay, so no big deal next time. And then the next time I'm like, no, I just don't want to. I just don't want to. And, really, like to get dressed for the live, it's a big deal because I know that had you seen me earlier, I could have come on live like that, but I needed to step up the game. Okay. But we don't have to anymore. Brandon, my son, was dealing with some business and he deals with big dogs, okay, in the corporate world. And I said, Brandon, you do realize that there's my son and he's standing there in the living room on his computer in his boxers. Okay, he has no shirt on and he's in his boxers and he's doing this big important job working from home. And I said, Brandon, you do know the guy you're sending that email to, he's standing in his freaking living room in his boxers like you are. Talk to him like a person. It's different now. 2 months ago, you guys were in an office with ties and suits and you had to behave in a certain fashion. Now, stress, pandemic, everything is hit. Now we're all behaving differently. And I think that we need to allow for that. But if you get in trouble and you know that you're in trouble, please call out. We've got this thing scrolling crazy for you guys. And we've got numbers and 24-hour hotlines that we're going to be putting on here the whole time. Please reach out. Your life is worth everything to the rainbow. It is why we are here. It's getting scary for some people, and some people are getting in trouble. We need to make sure that everybody's mental health is in check. If you think your friend's in trouble, find their family. Let them know there's a problem, okay? Sometimes when we get really sick, we need the people that love us to look out for us and to point us in the right direction. The pandemic and everything has caused escalated stress in our community, which was already stressed out already. Okay, so please know if you think, oh, I'm making a big deal out of this. No, chances are you're not. Give us a call. Okay, call any board member that we have. You don't just have to talk to me. You don't just have to talk to MOCHA. Go on our website, www.rainbowsupportgroupsc.com or .org, both of them. Look up a board member. Their email is directly right there and they will contact you back. Or post in our Facebook pages and say, is there anyone that can talk to me? And somebody will respond to you. Okay, we are here for you and we understand. Okay, again, I'll stop preaching.
Hi, Jeffrey. I did see your message. Hope you stay safe as well. Remember, as we've said, like you need to put your mental health, your physical health, everything needs to come first. And then tackle everything else. And Laura, I did see where you said you were depressed, and I hope that, I know it takes a lot to bring yourself out of that darkness, but I hope each of you remember that light and darkness, they fight for the same space. So it's always going to be a battle. You can't have one without the other. You just need to make sure that you realize that, and then put yourself first and then tackle everything else. Because if you try to tackle everything at one time when you're in a clouded mind space, you're not going to have the results that you want. So keep that in mind.
Right. And leave yourself open to error. Stop striving for perfection. There is no perfection. There is, are you doing your best? If you're doing your best, rock on. We got you. See there? We got you. Okay, if you're doing your best, and that's all we can ask of you. And during this pandemic, do what you can do. Do what you can do, and then reach out for what you can't do. But know that we are all here for you. Congratulations. Look, we are now married and so happy. Congratulations. Congratulations on being married. What was I gonna say? Before we talk about the big thing, what did you want to talk about?
I
know,
we can either
right?
do word of the month now, or we can do
whatever you want to do, because that needs to,
We can
Gotta
do
flow.
word of the month now.
Okay. I'm dead on.
Because I was going to I was going to go ahead and promote for the Friday live. Um, we've been getting a lot of good feedback off the lives that we've been bringing you every Friday. And we talked a little bit today about keeping those going even after the quarantine. So, like, even when we are able to meet in person, we're still going to bring that content to you. So, you'll still have a live on a Tuesday, every second Tuesday of every month, but you'll also have lives every Friday, like we've been doing.
Or possibly when the world opens up, we can implement them into our lives during our Tuesday lives.
That too.
Yeah, because remember, when the bars are open and the world is open, everybody's going to go play on Friday.
Correct.
So Fridays will
Correct.
be a no-go.
So maybe it'll be like we could do like a move them to Tuesdays, but we're still gonna bring them to you.
Absolutely.
That's what we're getting at. Now that
Right.
we've introduced all of our new board members to you, you get to see so many different perspectives. I don't really see a reason that that should have to end due to the pandemic being over.
And they're bringing such great information. Like I said, our new board members, they're really kicking ass and taking no prisoners. They're really out there and they're doing a lot of work for the community and for each of their departments. And they're actually helping each other in each other's departments. I mean, it's really great. So I don't want that content, like MOCHA said, I don't want the content to go away. Once the pandemic is over, y'all can have your Fridays back because I'm going to be there with you partying. But yeah, no kidding. Everybody knows I am the one that's obnoxious. I want to go out to a club so bad. Today, do you know what they did when they practiced? David put on music and me and Mackenzie danced to Mocha's lights. Look, it's a pandemic, everybody. Give yourself a break, okay? Allow yourself to be crazy and to do what it makes to make you happy. And if you're in trouble, reach out because we understand being in trouble. If you called me and said, "Hey, Kim, man, I am freaking out," I wouldn't be like, "What you freaking out about?" Okay, I would know. I'd be like, "Whoa, of course you are. Tell me your story." Okay, because we're here for you and we got you. Okay, what else? See.
Okay. So as we remember, January's word of the month was tolerance. February's was trustworthiness.
Oh, this is
March
Moments
was
with MOCHA.
cooperation. Well, no,
Wait.
this one isn't really moments. This is like kind of our word of the month because we're gonna go with word of the month, and then you're gonna do condoms with Kim, and then I'm gonna
Oh,
go and like we can end with like random chatter, and then I'm doing like breathing techniques for moments with
nice.
Mocha.
Look at us knowing what we're doing and we don't know what we're doing. The rainbow, we're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it. We just screw everything up and then we learn as we go. That's how we do it. Okay, so now let's carry on with the words now that we are on the same page.
Where did I leave? Let's see. March was cooperation. April was respect for the community and environment. May was commitment and dedication. And then that brings us to this month, which is one that we all should know of, and it's pride. And when we talk about pride, there's really a few main characteristics that pop out. The first, like, I guess, definition of pride would be a feeling or deep pleasure of satisfaction derived from one's own achievements, the achievements of those with whom you closely associate with, or from qualities or possessions that are widely admired. If I were to use it in a sentence, it'd be like he takes pride in his appearance. Another definition, which most of us really associate with being in the LGBT community, is confidence and self-respect as expressed by members of a group, typically one that has been socially marginalized on the basis of their shared identity, culture, and experience. So like if I were to use that definition in a sentence with pride, it would be the bridge was lit up in rainbow colors, symbolizing LGBT pride. A few other characteristics would be a feeling of being good and worthy. The adjective of pride is proud, and it's also a feeling of self-respect. So as we enter Pride Month, I want you to think of those definitions and keep them at the front of your, like the forefront of your mindset. Pride is all about who we are, and it's our time to show the world that no matter how much hate that they throw at us, no matter what laws happen, we are going to stick together as a community. Even our straight allies. I've had a few messages, from straight people that say, "How can I celebrate Pride if I'm straight?" Well, we rely wholeheartedly a lot on our straight allies. So
Super
you can
lot.
still celebrate Pride with us through June. And I mean, we actually celebrate Pride all year round. But
We're
June
obnoxious,
is
but
our time
that's
to
okay.
shine.
It is.
That's when we're going to raise our voice, and we are still continuing that fight for equality. So this is our month to keep that going. Each year we need to make it stronger.
And
Each
it's
year
so
we're going to make Pride
important.
stronger.
It's so important now that we see the prides getting canceled. And there was some blah, blah, blah on Facebook about the whining. Okay. But they really didn't understand. Okay. Pride isn't like a street festival. Pride isn't like, it's like we all go to our jobs and we deal with LGBT discrimination and our separate, unique culture in our world. And then once a year, but like Mocha said, we do it a lot of times here, but once a year, you have a pride. And in that day, you're allowed to be out and loud and proud. And you're circulated by people who are 100% on your page. And we see the same thing, and we carry rainbow flags, and we all look like we're one together. The missing of that was huge. And the people that didn't understand, they couldn't get, so what? Pride's canceled. Who cares? No, you don't get it. We wait for that. Okay, we wait for that. That's an important time for us. We're looking forward to August now. We're hoping that in August, the pride that we're planning on in Charleston will continue, and our fingers are crossed. Now, of course, safety is everything, and even then, the rainbow will have to make a decision of it. Is it safe? Okay,
Right.
is it safe for us to go? Is it safe for me to tell the rainbow to go? So we'll decide then. As of right now, I think we're great. I think that it's looking good for the future. We're getting ready. So happy Pride Month to everybody. Don't forget that it is Pride Month. I know the world is happening, changing. Things are doing. Okay. But happy Pride to you, and be proud. Okay. Be proud. And remember, pride and the rainbow and what we do and bringing it out to everybody is especially, for all of us, because we love it, and we do really a lot. It's for those that can't go and for those that can't be. So raise your flag high and let those people know out there that we see them and respect them, and we will carry the flag for them until they can join us in the streets. Okay. Their safety is number one. And we did a thing with Becky Roberts from Mom's Hugs. Absolutely beautiful thing about outing people. If you don't know what outing means, you need to check out our page, because I put that on there. Education is key. Don't be outing anybody. Don't do that. That's a horrible, awful thing to do. And you're not allowed to do that. What else? Okay,
I
that's
actually
you.
had a message. Don't really know who this person was, but the topic was, why can't the rainbow be a like universal symbol? Like, the problem was the fact that the gays have claimed the rainbow. And my response was, if you feel that way, we can all share the colors of the rainbow. If you think about it, every color, even with the new ones, each color works together in perfect harmony. To actually get that, we all have to work together, and then we can share the rainbow. But until then, our community is the one that's actually showing that. It's the hatefulness and the discrimination that is like tearing a hole in that. Aurora, yes, happy Pride. We miss you
Happy
too.
Pride, Aurora. No kidding. Are you ready for Pride, my queen? Yes. And I'm ready to see some queens, and I'm ready to get back. And I want the world to get back to normal. So y'all don't be thinking you're stupid wanting it. And look, no fingernails, y'all. Look, I got two left. Two nails. It's off. It's horrible. It's the most ugly, awful, horrible thing. I don't care. I don't want to hear about anybody else's hair or their beards or none of that. I don't want to hear about nothing. It's all about my nails. That's all. Once my nails are on, I'll shut up. I'm waiting because when this shit opens up down here, guess where I'm going? Getting my nails done. Okay, so
Right.
you'll know. How's Florida doing? Not open yet. That will tell you. I'll be the gauge. Nope, not yet. But we will be. But we
Right.
will be.
And we
We're
hope
gonna
to
be.
have hopefully, fingers are crossed, that we'll have like a bowling event in August.
I'm hoping. Oh my God. Oh my God. I would be so excited. We could hug everybody and we could all hang out and it would be so fun. There will be music and lights and it'll be great. I'm so excited. And hopefully we'll have that lift grant. That'll be really cool because we can even get more people there. I'm so excited. I mean, keep looking for the future. Okay, look for the future. When you get bummed and you're like, when is this gonna end? I've had enough. It's coming. It's coming. Keep for the future. The hope for the rainbow hasn't stopped one day. We are just preparing for the future. We haven't stopped. Nobody's cried. Nobody's rolled over. We're still going. Now we are a little bit crazy because we've been in the house a long time.
Happy
2
Pride,
months.
Hannah and Rumor. Yes.
Yes, happy Pride, Rumor. And I saw you down at the protest. I was proud of you, but you got to be careful.
Hope y'all are doing well.
Yeah. Okay, is it my turn now?
Yep, condoms with Kim.
Okay. Normally, Condoms with Kim is a funny little episode with education involved in it. Today it's not. But the Rainbow has a commitment to bring education to the forefront because we're lacking in it. A topic that we do not discuss in the LGBT community a whole lot. Not that it isn't needed, okay, but we just don't talk about it, is rape in our community. We need to pay attention to our friends and we need to listen to them when they talk. If you need help and you've been hurt, please remember we at the Rainbow understand 2 things. It's very hard calling the police when you're LGBT, especially now. And number 2, we know that sometimes they don't take our problems equally as important as heterosexual people. And we know that. So we avoid going for help because they laughed at me or they didn't believe me or they said it couldn't happen. So I didn't tell anybody. Okay. Across the bottom, we on purpose have numbers that you can call that deal with rape. Okay. We have a Charleston group. They are on our website. Okay. You can click them. There's the Julie Valentine Center. It's a 24/7 crisis hotline in Greenville, totally anonymous. You can call them. They'll call you back and they'll deal with it. Make sure that your voice is heard. If someone hurt you, the chances are that person is going to hurt someone else. Please remember this. There's also South Carolina Protection and Advocacy for People with Disabilities. You can contact them as well. Okay. We are here for you. And Trevor Lifeline is on the bottom. In our community of the LGBT, we really don't talk about rape. It isn't that it doesn't happen, but MOCHA and all the years that we've been in the bars and all the crap that we've heard, and we've heard some amazing things over the years, okay? I don't hear rape. You hear it every once in a while, okay? But not like we've been hearing it, okay? Maybe it's because people are losing their minds, okay? Maybe people aren't thinking. I don't know. But we need to stand up and be vigilant. Make sure as LGBT people that you understand that, I don't know, who do I need to make understand? They're not going to call you if they need help. Okay, so the LGBT, we got to find support systems within our own group to get you help. Okay, I do not want an LGBT person who has been raped to go home. Okay, I want you to go get help. And I want you to tell somebody, and I want somebody to be there to support you. If you run away, you can't get that help. Now, remember, we also started a new Charleston chapter. We also have People Against Rape. They're on our website out of Charleston. They're 24/7 crisis line. You can also contact them through a .org. Okay. Yeah. These people are all here for this. And one of them, I want it. I'm not sure which one it is. One of them actually tracks your phone number when you call them. Is that's the one? RAIN National Sexual Assault 24-hour crisis hotline. When you call that number, the machine gets your telephone number and literally moves you to the location of the rape crisis center you need. So like if you called this number and you were in Charleston, they would send you to PAR, People Against Rape. It's the coolest program. Okay, you know that one click LGBT, we want one click. We're not going to call. We don't want to be put on hold. We don't want to do that. Okay, we need a one click. This is a one click. You call, it goes, and you're there. Boom. And you can get the help you need. Please remember, we always say it, don't suffer in silence. But when it comes to rape, please don't suffer in silence. Okay, as LGBT, we're here to support you in this, and we can get you to help. And all of these numbers on here are beautiful. Okay, you will implode. You will not do well in your life, and you will not thrive, and you will not survive if you do not reach out for help when you need it. The LGBT is already at risk enough. I think we need to look at our friends. Are your friends okay? Are they okay? Were they hurt? Did they come home from a party way too late and really upset? Ask them why. Tell them to be brave and to tell you. They might not be brave enough to tell you. Well, that doesn't mean they're not going to suffer. They're going to suffer and be afraid. They're going to be PTSD messes. They're going to not go places. We need to make sure that all of these resources are out there. Now, remember, we have these resources on our Facebook pages, on our website. These are partners of ours. These are companies and businesses that we work with on the regular. We believe in these people, and we would not send you to them if we didn't believe they could help you. The Rainbow, unfortunately,
that want to help.
Right. But that, like us, we're a peer-led support group. I would love to make your brain not be broken. I would love to make your heart not be broken. I don't know how to do those things. I can only hold your hand and get you to the help that you need. And that's all that we can do for you. But we have so much access to so much help that suffering should be lessened by what we can offer you. Even if you didn't want us to tell anybody, we wouldn't. I mean, that's a rule. That's a law with us. But other than that, we can get you help. Okay. But I know that it's scary. And being LGBT, I don't want to offend any people who are not LGBT. That is not my intent at all. I do need it to be understood, though. It's a different culture in the LGBT, and they would rather just go home than get help. That's a fact. And you can deny it and say, no, that's not true. Okay, it is true. And in that, they put themselves and other people at risk by doing that because they're not taking care of themselves. I want to give them a safe avenue to go. No, I won't call the police. That's probably not safe right now. But I will get you there. I'll find a way to get you to the hospital. I'll find a way to call these people for you. We'll get you a rape advocate that can help you. I heard about a rape advocate that actually walked with someone into the police station to process the police form. How cool is that? You don't have to do it alone. It is cool. It is wicked cool. That's somebody that understood how bad rape is and said, I will go with you. Absolutely. I dig that a whole lot, like a whole lot. But we're coming on today. This is the most horrible conversation to have. And when we decided to do it, everything over the last couple of weeks has been so controversial and nobody knows where to stand and nobody knows what to say. And I'm like, well, okay. And the board said, we got to do it. And I said, okay, we're going to do it then. Okay, let's do it. Fingers crossed. And let's see what we can do. We don't want to offend anyone. We don't want to trigger anyone. We just want to bring a topic to the floor that the LGBT does need to pay attention to rape. It is in our community. I would like to say that the LGBT is just wonderful, well glued together people. No, rape happens in our world too. Mm-hmm. But because of the culture we're in, it causes us to be quiet about it even more than women. And just like the board was talking earlier, women do that. Well, yes, women do that, but the LGBT does it even more. I've talked to, I can't tell you how many people who said, I just didn't go to the doctor. I just left. But you're sick. But I just left. I wasn't going. I'm not doing that again. And there's nothing you could do to make them go back. Nothing. You could tell them to do whatever and they're not going back. So I want to find a way to help the LGBT and go around that problem. Okay, if I can't get you in the front door, I can get you in the back door. We don't have to call the police. If you're afraid of the police, let's call the ambulance and I'll go with you. I'll tell the ambulance that I have to ride with you. Okay, we can get you there. If you need mental health, we can get you there. Don't be afraid to call. If you're having a rape problem, we can help you. Don't suffer alone. This is a very heavy conversation. As you saw my whole body language, I'm like so bummed. I'm like, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to tell you that this is a problem. I don't. It hurts me. It hurts me really bad. And then add a pandemic. And okay, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I just want everybody to reach out. And MOCHA, I feel kind of stupid that all those years in the bars across the nation, that I didn't really pay attention to the rape thing. I didn't hear about it, or they didn't tell me. Maybe they just didn't tell me, and it was happening and we didn't see it.
A lot of people actually, I haven't dealt a lot with, rape, like with individuals who've experienced it, other than a small handful, and all of them have been embarrassed to even talk about it, to even explain it, to even think about it. Don't be embarrassed.
Right. Nothing to be about. No, and remember, this was done to you.
Correct. You're the victim.
Victim. And we're here. We got you. We got no questions asked. No questions asked. Okay. I know how hard it is to go to the door. I know how hard it is to pick up the phone. We respect you as LGBT people, and we're here for you. We're here for you. Absolutely. We're here for you. And it is okay to not be okay. When you call us, you do not have to call us and be okay. If you are having a nervous breakdown, please call. And I know it sounds terrible. We're used to it. Okay, we're used to the messy. So if you're messy and you're crying and you're snotting, give us a call. We can actually hear you through that. Okay, and we'll make it so that you can breathe. All right, and then we can point you in the good direction. Now, remember, we are not doctors and we are not lawyers. Okay, what do I know? I think rape needs to be reported. I know you're afraid. And I know you don't want to be made fun of. But you as an LGBT person
they can get away with it with you, they're definitely going to have more victims.
Right. And not only that, but you as an LGBT person have just as much right as anyone else to file charges against someone who hurt you. You shouldn't have to be afraid because you're LGBT. And you shouldn't say they're going to make fun of me, or they're going to twist things, or they're not going to listen to me. No, rape advocate. They're there. Okay, MOCHA, is that everything on that? Please, these numbers, we're going to keep going.
Laura, she asked a question, something about what about violence within the gay community. Laura, if you're still watching, can you clarify that statement, that comment? What about violence against people in the gay community? What do you mean? Like gay people against gay people? Are you talking about like hate that from without? Do what?
That could be everything. That could be anything.
Yeah,
the LGBT sometimes.
Clarify if that was like your question a little bit more, and then we can elaborate. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Moments with MOCHA, and then we can come back to that if you want to touch back on that, Laura. We're going to talk about like some breathing techniques to keep you, it's kind of like breathing techniques that and how it relates to emotions.
Okay.
Breathing is our most fundamental interaction with our world. An unbroken rhythm, it connects us with every living thing through a perfectly balanced exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. To breathe is our most natural instinct, but one that many of us have forgotten how to perform properly. Relearning the correct way to breathe can have untold benefits of our health and well-being. The way we breathe, shallowly or deeply, rapidly or slowly, smoothly or abruptly, is a barometer of our physical and emotional state, and one of the first indicators of whether or not we are suffering from stress. We all know that proper breathing, the blood and allows proper breathing oxygenizes the blood and allows the voice its full range of expression. But less obvious is the power of breathing over the mind. Sending healthy, bright red blood to our brain is the best basis for calm, considerable thinking. Furthermore, long, smooth exhaling can help in easing minor physical aches and tensions. It can seem that they are almost literally being blown away. Simple, wholesome breathing techniques can help too in relief of anxiety. If we are not able to breathe properly, we cannot fully relax our body and mind. How well we feel is closely bound up with how well we breathe. Imagine holding a jar in each hand. One jar is full of coffee, and the other appears to be empty. In monetary terms, the jar of coffee seems the most valuable, but the second jar is full of air, the most precious substance of all, and also the one that we must take for granted, most take for granted. When we think about how we breathe and its benefits for relaxation, it's important to remember that we cannot live by air alone, but neither can we live without it. Air is the priceless gift of nature. Most people use their lungs to fill uh, Most people use their lungs to their full potential only when they laugh or cry deeply. And both these experiences bring in their wake a release of emotional tension so that we feel relaxed and relieved. Sadness, regret, or exhaustion usually express themselves in a sigh, a long, slow exhalation. The way that we breathe reflects our emotional disposition because breathing and feeling are intimately connected. The main causes of abnormal breathing are stress, de-stress, and strong feelings. When we are angry, we might hold our breath. Nervousness causes short, shallow breaths. Relaxed breathing, on the other hand, is a moderate, slow, and rhythmic, and feels natural and easy when we think about it. But we hardly ever do. It's automatic. Yet most people of all the time unconsciously impede their full extent of their breath. One way to envision the effects of unnatural breathing is by comparison with the wind. A tempest gale can have devastating effects upon nature. The longer it lasts, the more extensive the damage to trees and shrubs. Even after the wind has abated, the aftermath in the countryside may take some time and a great deal of care to recover. So it is with our own well-being. When our breathing is uncalm, we hyperventilate, which means overbreathing. Too much carbon dioxide is taken out of the bloodstream, causing dizziness, faintness, panic attacks, sweating, and other disturbing physical and psychological symptoms. Unfortunately, abnormal breathing can outlive the emotion and cause it, so that it becomes a nervous habit. When this happens, even slight unease triggers hyperventilation as a stress response. However, if the way we breathe is a symptom of emotional extremity, then it is also the cure. By learning to breathe evenly and deeply, and by practicing regularly, we can begin to make the most of the gift of air. This, in turn, will help us to relax even during times of heightened emotion. Eventually, we will find that relaxed breathing becomes habitual, allowing us to concentrate on relaxing our mind.
I love your shit.
And so when you think of breathing, you don't think about all that other stuff that adds to it. Like the way you breathe can give you a sign of what emotions you're feeling. You know,
No,
when
but you
some
know
people
what? I
don't
want
realize
you
when
to
they're
read.
breathing and it feels like they're having a heart attack, that's a panic attack. They start to, breathe short breaths.
Right.
Or when you yawn, you're not getting enough oxygen. So your body's like automatically wanting you to take that oxygen intake.
Right. Right. However, I want you to know that you read wonderfully, and I just think that we should just make videos of you talking because it's so calming. And I was sitting here and you were like, so when you take a deep breath, and I'm like, I'm like, Mocha. Oh, so in other words, we're gonna have a yoga day with Mocha, and all we're gonna do is have her read us a story, and we're all just gonna chill out because Mocha, that was great. Your voice calmed me down. It was great. But you've had practice with Drag Queen Story Hour, so. So you're good at
Yep.
that. Yeah, that was great. I did relax. I did relax. Plus, the whole picture thing of what just happened. You were calm in your voice. You were slow in your tone. You had a point to make. You were breathing. You weren't in a hurry. You weren't. That behavior caused behavior in me. I don't know about everybody else, but I know in me it caused a behavior. So if I was mindful of that, and then paid attention to that, I would, in fact, calm myself down. And that would be beautiful. So, yeah.
Like if I read that like really fast and didn't take a lot of breaths, that would probably make you feel anxious. So just like my breathing technique would also affect your breathing techniques.
Right.
And the way you do that could affect your emotional state. So whenever you're going through any emotion, take mindfulness, be mindful of that. And really try to calm your breathing down, and it'll relax your mind and your body.
Yes, and I agree with that. I agree with that. I think it's the octave of your voice. I don't know. It's just perfect. I'm like, let's listen to Mocha. Let's just listen to Mocha. Okay, so we don't have much time to talk. I want to say that, our trans dudes are talking this Friday. Mocha and I won't see you except on the lives, but remember, they're not our lives. We're just there because it's the rainbow and that's what we do. But they're not actually our lives. They're our department lives. And it makes them feel better if we're there. So we're there to talk to everybody and to keep it kind of going until they get caught on, which they will because they're getting better already. But we won't see you again until next month for a long Kim and Mocha thing. Remember, we do have our newsletter now. It goes out the first week of the month. Make sure that you've sent us your email if you want to be on that list. And it is a confidential email list. It's not given to anybody. ASMR.
I know, I saw that. I don't know what that means either.
You can't do code? What the hell is that? Look, we're being told something from the back room, and I don't understand what they're saying. Okay, whatever. See, they don't know this is fun. They're trying to be all professional and shit, and we don't always have to be. The rainbow won't ever be. Okay, I don't want it to be. Okay, the second we're anal, I'm done. I don't want to be anal. It's not what we do.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to explain that to me before we go, because I know it's almost time. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Mocha? And Mocha, I know you've been missing. It's great to see you. It's great to see you. I'm glad you're back. You look good.
I know. Remember when we posted the banner, "It's okay not to be okay"? Remember the past few videos, Kim and I both have expressed that we're not okay, and we are doing the best we can. And just showing that side to you, I hope, makes you feel more open to tell us how you're feeling and to let us know if you're not okay, not to put a fake mask on. Take that mask off and show us your true emotions, and then we can help you.
Right. Right. If I don't know, I can't help you. If I know, then I can help. And I know I'm only 27. I know a lot of shit. And I can get you a lot of places. Okay. So if you really are in trouble, we can get you there. And we really care. We worry when the world that right there. Jason, they had me laughing. There's
Anonymous.
our board member out of Colorado, Jason Law, deciding to be a smarty pants. Okay. David says ASMR. And I'm like, what? What the hell is that? Autonomous sensory meridian response. Okay, y'all are nerds. How do we know this stuff?
I
How,
would not have ever
what?
guessed
They're
it.
in bed, they're on the toilet going through it. I mean, how do you know this shit? Okay, I don't know how you know that. Would somebody like to explain what that is to me? Do we know? Okay, we're being provided information and education of which I don't know. I guess we need to look that up. How y'all randomly knew that, like together, y'all are geeks. Calling you out. Mackenzie knew it. I was lost. So that's Mackenzie and Jason Law being. The board is phenomenal. They are not idiots, just to let you know. Very smart people on my board. They're kicking butt, taking no prisoners. I mean, really, they're doing great.
Also,
Yeah,
remember,
whatever.
if any of you watching this have any topics that you want to be just like you want to discuss, send them to us. Send us your topics, and then we can include them either on our lives or the ones on Fridays. Because we
Exactly.
need new content, or
We want to do that. Like, we need to know what you want to know. I'm learning stuff all the time, y'all, all the time. Learning stuff about printers, learning stuff about HIV, learning stuff about everything, the trans plight, the black plight, I'm learning. Are you listening? I hope you're listening, and I hope you're learning. Okay, we're all learning. This is a time of growth. The only bad thing could come out of this if nobody learns nothing. Okay, if we
correct.
all learn something and teach somebody else stuff, then we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go. I see hope in the future. By the way, that thing is that whatever they said, autonomous sensory meridian response, it's like a calming video or soundtrack spoken like MOCHA was talking. So MOCHA, you
Hey,
were doing a thing. You were doing,
see,
but I knew you were doing a thing because I was physically having a thing. Like I was like, and by the time you were done, I was like, all
when I was first
chill.
used to I used to hate public speaking, and now I kind of do. I still have that nervousness when I publicly speak, but when I was younger, I used to get nervous, and then I would speed up reading. So I've learned to breathe while I read. So it like slows you down and it calms
Right,
you down,
right,
and helps you get
right,
through it.
right,
Like
right. And that's true.
I know a lot of y'all don't even know that I have a stutter. My stutter comes out when I'm really nervous. So when I was little, I used to stutter all the time. And you'll hear a few slip ups with some words, but breathing slow helps me get through that. And then it calms my body down. So I
It's so
think
funny.
everybody can have relief out of that and
I
really
love when you tell that story though over the years, because if anybody is familiar with Princess Mocha, over the years is a very good speaker and has spoken for years in any venue under any circumstance. She is an excellent speaker. I love when she tells the story of the fact that she stutters, because if you know her, I'll bet you've never heard her. I'll bet you've never heard her stutter. She is so good with controlling her. I know when I giggle every time she tells the story, because I don't think about it at any other time, because she never does it ever, ever, ever. Because she's on it like that, but she's an entertainer, so she's trained to be perfect on cue. The rest of us mere mortals, we can't do that. This is us in good form, you know. Whatever. I love drag queens, so I'm always like, oh yeah, whatever. They're great, whatever. They're just so pretty. They're so tall. They're so perfect. Whatever. I'm just a girl that's short, and I'm not a queen at all. Okay, so we talked about the shitty stuff. We talked about the word. We talked about our new word. We talked about next week's Friday Live. We talked about anybody wanting to contact us for any reason. I don't know what else. I guess that's all we want to talk about this time. maybe
No, that's
everybody was
all the
busy and had
content
stuff to.
today. But if y'all have any like other topics, like I said, you need to send it to us, and then we can include that in our next videos.
And we will, and we'd love to, and we would be honored to. Even if you have something to say, we talked to a college last month, and we said if your LGBT program wants to do something, let us know, and we'll give you a Friday. You can take our time, and we'll put it out there for the LGBT that's going to college that isn't actually going to college right now. We can talk to you anyway. So I guess that's it. So I guess, is that it, Mocha?
Yep.
Okay,
Goodbye,
that's it. Till next time.
everybody. Love you
Goodbye,
all. Happy
everybody.
Pride. Remember, happy Pride. Happy
Happy
Pride.
Pride. Absolutely. Happy Pride. All right, David, yank it.
Bye.
Bye.